All right. Hello, everybody. Hello. Nice to see you all. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Meeting with the Mediums. Today we have with us Joan, Wisdom Seeker. She's been away a couple of weeks. I didn't even get to ask you, did you have a nice time away? Did you have a nice time away?
Yeah, but I'm happy to be back.
Okay. Are you happy to be back? Well, that's always nice to hear. Good. And we have Teri. I haven't seen her since last night. And here she is. Thank you, Teri, from holding your space. Yes. And both ladies have their own channels. And please check them out if you haven't so far, because we always encourage you to like and subscribe to them. Thank you so much. All right. So let's say hello to a few folks. We have Annie Bear, who's outside picking dead fuchsias. Okay. And we've got Rita T. And we have, let's see, Annie and I were having a conversation. Let's see. Woo, Mousy Girl. How are you, girl? It's nice to see you. And we have Maya here. Okay. And we have Jeff. And Jeff, I'm sorry you're aggravated today. Take a deep breath and blow it out. Is it already? And I know, Jeff, you and Teri and I talked about it being insurance season. Well, I just got a thing in the mail that said that my premium for my insurance was going to go up between $160 and $170 more a month. And I'm already paying like $900. So time to go on Medicare.
Lucky. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Linda De Gonzalez, how are you? And who else is here today? Tiffany. Nancy Smith. Yes, Mousy, I got your question, honey. Thank you. We'll ask it. Yep. And we have Teresa Darian and Lori Hunsinger and Hypnicity and Andy and Coyote Rosenbaum and MEJ and wow, Carolyn and Teresa Ford. It's good to see you, honey. That's okay. You can disappear when hubby gets home, but we still like to see your smiling face. And we have Mr. Gerald, Taro Stash, and Ziggy, and Claudia, and Edna May is here. All right. And we have, all right, Teresa Ford. All right. Warrior Girl. Yay. Okay. Thank you all for being here. Yeah. Happy Thursday to you. Hi, Bella. Nice to see you too. Yeah, so I'm on this today with these lovely ladies. At 5:00, I'll go on with Kim. We're doing the angel readings on her channel, and I'll simulcast. And then at 6:30 my time, 7:30 Mountain Time, I'm going to be on with Marina because it is her birthday today. And so we're going to have a birthday party for her.
Yeah.
So anybody that wants to come by and wish Marina a happy birthday, please do. Hi, Barbara Nesper. Oh, your tests were negative. You're just badly bruised. Well, I'm sorry you're badly bruised, but I'm really happy that your tests were negative. So much love to you. That's really hard though. So you're a little bit battered right now. It doesn't feel good. So just take it easy if you can. And hello, Fatima. And yeah, I'm glad to hear though that you're okay. Okay, so ladies, I guess we'll just go ahead and start reading. Joan, do you have something coming up though?
Oh, I've got lots of stuff coming up, but the most important thing is I wanted to just mention something Annie Bear said.
Okay.
She said she saw the funniest bumper sticker today that said, "If we don't plan, Jesus died for nothing." Everybody needs a job.
So. That's a good excuse to do it, right? Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks for that.
That's pretty funny. And also shouting out to Kate, our dream detective Kate, and her brother Del Fadavi, who is in Australia in the hospital with Guillain Barre. It's hard. I'm trying to get it right. Lots of love and prayer for him and anybody else that needs it. You got it from us as well. Oh yes, arnica does help with bruising. That's a great idea, Annie Bear. Thank you. Teri, What's going on with you, girl? You got something coming up tomorrow or later tonight?
I do. Tomorrow I have I'm gonna be on with Sun Psychic Jean.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And then
Mhm.
Kevin Chandler, I'm gonna be on his channel on Monday, and Annie Bear is gonna be on the channel on Monday too. And then we'll
Very.
have Reverend Saul on Sunday doing some galactic and crystal healings. So
How is Reverend Saul doing? Is he feeling better?
he's much better. Thank
Oh,
you.
that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Glad to
He's
hear.
much better.
Uh-huh. Yeah, Joan is usually on Monday. Is it Mondays, Joan, with the triad? Or
Yes, I'm
yeah.
on with Jean and Teri on Monday, and then also Jean and on my channel it's going to be me and Gerald of Tarot Stash and Sun Psychic Jean, and then on
Oh,
Wednesday with Juno, and
oh,
on
wow.
I think it's later that week. Anyhow, I'm going to be Thayer's going to be on too, so
Oh, good.
just kind of
Okay.
go to
That's
my
awesome.
yeah. There's lots coming up. It'll be
But if
fun.
you've got Gerald coming on, you had better be prepared to laugh a lot. So you might need the Kleenex, you know? Yeah, and the fan.
And the
And the,
fan, yeah.
yes, absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Hello, I am not John. Nice to see you here. Yes, Gerald says it's Monday's going to be fun. That's awesome. I love it.
It's always
Yes.
fun
All
with
right.
Gerald.
Oh, Fatima, you're going to have a YouTube channel. Well, we'll definitely read on that. Very definitely. That's really exciting. All right. So let's start with Rita T. Are me and S going to be together in an intimate relationship? All right.
Rita, have you met S in person?
Let me. Okay, I am not John. Thank you. Rita? Yeah, Rita. Can you, if you can just type the question in, I'll let Teri know.
When I tuned in, if you don't mind, I the first thing I saw were some flowers, and they were pink and white, and they looked one looked like a zinnia, and the other one like a chrysanthemum. If that means anything to you, the pink and white. And then I asked the question that you posed through the pendulum, and it was really slow moving energy, and it circled, and then it started going yes, and then it started going making up more definitive yes. So kind of, it's not going to be like really happening tomorrow, but there are positive aspects to this, and I think you'll be together at some point.
Okay. So yes, she's known him for 10 years, and she has a strong connection and also past lives, she says.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why it was like a long term. It took a while.
Maybe that's
so maybe it's going to happen faster because you've been together or known each other for so long.
Uh-huh.
So the first thing that I got, and I wanted to make sure that you'd met him before, was Rita and S sitting in a tree, KISSI. So my guides were saying. But you're lucky because you've got truth and integrity is the card that I pulled for you with S. And then children. So this could be a childlike fun that you might have with him, inner child work. But I get that something needs to be surrendered and released. So I don't know if he was in a bad relationship or if you were in a bad relationship or holding on to some old concepts or constructs. But after that's done, I mean, who doesn't want truth and integrity, right?
That's right.
And
Especially nowadays.
KISSING.
ING. Well, I got reason is powerless in the face of love. Listen to your heart, romance and communication. And look, when you were explaining the flower, Joan, you said pink and white. And I know it's not what the flower you saw, but the colors are.
Yeah.
Like this one, my last rose of the season.
God.
It looks just like that one.
It does.
It's beautiful.
And then I got hang in there and be patient. You're on the right track. So, yeah. I know sometimes when we want to take a relationship to a different level, it's really difficult to do that if you don't know for sure what the other person is thinking. So, but it looks like you've been patient if you've known them for 10 years. So, thank you, dear. Thank you for that. All right. So Annie's got two questions. One of them is just really kind of a one that could be considered for all of us. Julia Ormond, who I absolutely adore, I think she's one of the best actresses there is suing Weinstein and Disney for not protecting young women. Will she win?
Ooh, Annie Bear, that's a great question.
I know. Hi, Book Bewitched. I have to tell you something kind of interesting Diana told me today. About the same time that you were getting messages in Japanese last night, there was an earthquake that happened in Japan.
Wow.
Whoa.
I did not know that, but Diana told me today. So, very interesting.
Diana is so on it.
I know it. Yeah.
So I get a big circle is what they're showing me. And it's going to be all encompassing. I can't say it right now, but thank you, encompassing. And it's going to be a fund that's going to be set up for the women that were in trouble, but also a fund that's going to go on where people can go if they're feeling pressured or abused, they can go here. It's all about the feminine energy coming in, divine feminine. And this is Harvey being really sad about it. And maybe the big money bags too. And it's every drop in the ocean makes a difference. And you are who you are, and divine light and communication. So it's going to be a way that they'll be able to communicate and get their needs met, and also tell on somebody without being what happened to these poor women when Harvey Weinstein.
Isn't he in jail? Isn't he in jail already?
Yeah, he's in jail.
So, yeah. Okay. Yeah, it is brave of her to come forward, Nancy. I agree.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Joan.
Yeah, when I tuned in, I got a kind of an interesting but very strong feeling in my solar plexus and then in my heart. And usually that's a little bit unusual for me. And so I was asking, what does this mean? What does this mean? And it's like the solar plexus is where our astral body connects when we go flying. And so it's like the higher self, your higher self is connected to the heart. And then they showed me like when you're water skiing. And so because you're holding on to this triangular handle, the handle and the ropes make a triangle to the rope. And it was like this triangle, it was like the water ski thing that's pulling you forward from your core and moving out. And they were, so they were like slalom skiing and everything. So it's really a deep, heartfelt, gut felt feeling that's moving forward quickly. Once they're up and moving. Then I asked through the pendulum and kind of got the circling for a while, and then yes, but it was a strong yes. Again, it's going to take a while to move through the system and everything. But it was a pretty profound feeling. And I tried to I got a card for clarification and got the Archangel Haniel, who said trust your vibes. And I think everybody kind of will trust their vibes on what really happened there.
Great. So I pulled 3 cards. Yep. First thing I get is she's putting a lens on this. She's having, we see much clearer when we put our glasses on. So that's what that is. The second one is just exactly what they said. There will be a plateau because it's going to take a little while, but that doesn't matter because they're going to take out the majestic whale. And there's two people that I would consider to be the majestic whale, and one of them is Harvey, and the other one is he who shall not be named.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah. All right. Okay. Here's Annie's personal one that she would like you to read. A message from her dear friend Ron Kona, or Sonny, as he walked on in 2008.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, of course, the first thing I got was, I'm not sure who sang it. Sonny, thank you for the do 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 do, and it kept playing. But the lyrics that were most prevalent were the dark days are gone and the light days are here. The dark days are gone and the something are here. So that's what his main message is to you: is yes, it's sad when there's a parting, but the lighter times. And I know that's not the right lyric, but it's close. The light days are here. So he is fine, and he doesn't want you to be stuck in the dark days. That, and you're not. Even the way you posed the question said he walked on rather than he died. That's exactly the way he would want you to think of it. And when I drew a card for you, it was the Archangel of Joy saying prioritize play and pleasure. So yeah, he's there and wishing you the very best.
Oh.
That's beautiful. Annie Bear, I get, girl, you're going to be so amazed over here, is what he's saying to me. And then he's like, he brings you here in your dreams. Also, and then he starts singing that Neil Diamond. I think it was Neil Diamond, Sweet Caroline, and reaching out, touching you, and he shows me his hand coming out, and that you guys kind of pull each other through the dimensions together. And he's talking about tree magic also, but that Sweet Caroline. So I don't know if this was a song that he liked, but I think it's just the metaphor that he's using. But that Sweet Caroline was really there. So in the hands, reaching out,
touching you. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is a hoot. I get him underneath the table. He says, I'm in a different location, but I'm with you anyway. And sometimes I'm under the table, I guess. I don't know. But he wants you to know he's around, definitely. You said he was an elder. And, I get that he was an academic, but in his own way. So you don't have to necessarily be an academic to be intelligent and have his own way of doing things. He says, that he did that. And the last card I got is gorgeous. And look at it. Look at the colors in here. We've got a piece of amethyst, and it says, look for the answer inside your question. Be honest with yourself. You know the truth. And I think he's wanting to admonish you to remember your value, to remember just how important you are and how much you're growing, and to enjoy the growth bit by bit as you go through it, because that makes it all the more special. The gratitude that we have for the growth that we get brings us more, and we can grow more and then have more gratitude. So. Wow.
Yeah, and while you're saying that with the growth and everything, he's talking about the trees. So,
he was an academic at a college.
Oh,
okay.
Wow.
Yeah, that's really
Amazing.
cool.
Wow.
That's wonderful that he was you know, did that for the native culture. Because in the past we haven't, you know, it wasn't really, I would say it took until people started getting the gambling casinos and people finally getting paid their due. And that took a long, long time to go through. So that's wonderful that he did that. You're welcome,
Yeah.
Maya. Yeah. Okay. So he loved to sing and dance and flirt his head off. Oh God, that's cute. That's really cute. Yeah. Yes, Carolyn, you do need to start taking notes, because she said during our show last night that she knew there was an earthquake somewhere. She told her husband there's an earthquake somewhere. So
Wow.
everybody's really, really leveling up. It's unbelievable. I mean, you're already good, but hi, Annie Hamlet. I just want to say hello to you. Welcome, welcome. And Dusty, I got your question. Edna May, where is your do you have a question? I see the name of somebody down here, but I don't see the question. Are you wanting to talk to Kenneth? Is that what you want?
There's there on mine. I can see a message right above that says, "I would like a message from my brother."
Thank you. Thank you. I
Yeah.
just didn't see that one. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Hello, Jane. I got yours. Okay. All right. So I got it. Got it. Thank you. Hi, Laura. Nice to see you, dear. All righty. So we're going to go on to Maya. I would love them. Did everybody go? You all went, right? For Annie's question? For Annie's question?
Yes,
You
yes.
both. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay. I would love a message on how the rest of the year will go. During the holidays, lots of family issues. Oh, that's the hardest time of the year for family. Yeah. Well, I'm going to go ahead and go. I get that you need to come up with a new perspective, or you're going to be forced to have a new perspective on something. That might mean that you might have to change some things. I don't know. But, you know, we always have to look at somebody else's perspective and see if they're not feeling it. But I get you're on the right path, definitely on the right path. And you're working toward the light, Maya. And what I really love about it is that Christmas is a time of light and lights. So I don't know. I would think it would look pretty good, as long as you remember that you have to be open to what other people want.
I have to jump in because you were saying change of perspective. And one of the cards I drew was the woodpecker. Use your discernment and fortitude to achieve your goals and find a new rhythm, which is exactly what you were saying. There might be some change involved. And I'll back up to what I got originally when I tuned in. I saw this little bean going around and spreading like fairy dust, just tossing it off as she was just walking across my screen. And then she changed into a butterfly. So there's metamorphosis. There might be, as we were saying, a new rhythm, change of perspective, some change involved. But it, you know, some change isn't bad when you're going from a caterpillar to a beautiful butterfly. So the change might, you know, I think you'll find the change might be for the best. And let's see, butterfly, change, metamorphosis, fairy dust. And then I pulled another card, and it's funny. Out of all those cards in the deck, I got the Archangel of Joy again, prioritize play and pleasure. So all of those images of fairy dust and butterflies and play and pleasure, just, you know, kind of sprinkle along and send out the vibes of how you'd like things to be open to change, but keep it on a high vibe and enjoy however it comes out.
Yeah,
That's beautiful. Maya, I'm getting somebody's doing a flyover. So part of it is they want you to also do the flyover and look at everything objectively and with awareness. But you also have um, uh, someone else coming over, doing that flyover. And it's a woman that comes in and she's wearing black, like she's from the old country or something. She wants everybody to get it together. Um, she also talks about, or they talk about, what is that? Not Ho'okipa, but what is that Hawaiian? I forgive you. Please forgive
Oh,
me. I
yes.
love
Uh-huh.
you. Thank you. Um, um, just that's your mantra. That's your mantra every time you talk to your family. So, and
Ho'oponopono or something like that.
Yeah.
yes, thank you,
Ho'oponopono.
thank you. Yeah, and there's a wind blowing that's going to blow out all that shadow, all that powder or smoke in there. And when that wind blows, it'll be clearer for you to see.
Awesome. That's great. I already went. So Carolyn says, Teri, that a former fur baby of yours is behind you.
Yep, they
Yeah,
always are.
they are.
Just wait till you see my
That's-
late husband back there too.
Oh, that's so cute. I remember going in the first time I ever did, one of the first times to a psychic, and they said, "Who's the corgi?" And my corgi was with me apparently. So yeah, it was great. It was like it
Mm.
wasn't just the name, just a dog. It was the corgi. I mean, really. And I thought, wow, that's crazy. Yeah. All right. Hi, Debbie. No. All right. So, Mousy Girl, may I have a message from my late husband, Chip? I've been thinking a lot about him. He passed in 2015. I'm sorry you lost him then, honey.
Mm. Mousy Girl, Chip is coming in talking about a ring. So I don't know if you're still wearing your wedding ring or if you changed it to a pendant. But there's a lot of energy and love in that ring, and also in the circle that binds you two together. He wants you to have fun, dance, and shine, because that is the energy that he's sending to you. He's sending you lots of excitement and sparkles. So elemental magic. And he's having fun. And he brings up the song. I don't know if he liked Prince, but something about 1999. So I don't know if 1999 is a specific time frame that's important to you, but something in there.
Okay.
Well, when I tuned in, I kept getting this image of a horse, an old gray, kind of an old gray horse that was saddled up, and you're riding the horse. And it's like one of those horses where you don't really, like a trail horse, where they just kind of follow the horse in front of them. It doesn't matter if you know how to ride or not. So he's like that horse. You can get on and you don't really have to, you can depend on this horse to take you where you need to go on this journey. And you don't have to, you don't have to worry about things a lot. I know that and he's saying, you're doing a good job, but he's kind of carrying you through some of these things. And the horse looks like it's like, yeah, I'm just this old trail horse. But then the image sort of changed to this beautiful meadow. And all of a sudden it's a young horse and you're just kind of galloping all over it and having a really good time. So
Mhm.
there's lots of potential. Maybe he's leading you to lovely new experiences, whatever that may be. And I pulled a feather card for you and got the hummingbird, release what you've been carrying and lighten up. New joy is on the way. And I think that's kind of what the horse was image was about too. And maybe he's leading you to that. I hope that was helpful.
So I got that he says, be patient where you sit in the dark. The dawn is coming. And the next thing I get is communication. So I'm getting the feeling that he's trying to communicate. That's why you've been feeling like thinking about him so much. He's there. He's trying to communicate with you. And that's exactly what happens when we open ourselves up to that. And I'd check my dreams, Mousy. Check your dreams. Maybe he'll come and spend some time with you. It's always nice. Thanks, Rita. Have a good afternoon. All right. So let's see. There was something about upgrades, and I don't know if I kept that. No. Hold on. Lori says the Asturians, or are they Arcturians, did a major download last week. It was necessary to do it all at one time. That's why so many of us are out of sorts. It increased many light workers and starseeds gifts. That's very interesting because I don't know about you, but I've been exhausted for the last 2 weeks. There isn't anything that and then when I go to bed, I can't go to sleep. So, yeah. Thanks for putting that up there. I appreciate it. All righty. Hypnicity would like something uplifting to come through. So you just make sure you bring her something good here. We'll see what we can do, girlfriend.
Oh, this is hilarious. So your hypnicity, your guides are lifting you up like on, well, what did Cleopatra travel on? Not a barge, but the thing that they lifted her up on and carried her. So
I know what you're saying. Yeah.
I'm hearing that music. Da na 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 da na 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 na.
King Tut.
Yeah. And they're talking about miracles. So, of course, that's you, hypnicity, because you're so intuitive.
Yeah.
And looking and realizing that you are a miracle worker. And they're surrounding you with love and light. So support all the time. Talk about uplifting. They are lifting you up, literally. And divine guidance. So look to the stars. Gosh, there's so much going on in the stars this week too, aren't there?
There are.
I mean, that's the other thing. The stars are just crazy right now.
Yeah.
So watch that. But also that universal energy as it comes in, it's a sock it to you punch, isn't it?
Yeah. It really is.
So yeah, have fun with it. Dance with it.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. When I tuned in, hypnicity, I think ages ago, I read for you and there was something about a water wheel. And that's all I remember about that. But today, what I was seeing was a water wheel from a different vantage point. It was huge and it was almost like a waterfall. And there is the water wheel, water comes in the top and it kind of, and you're in this pool underneath it. And I'm seeing this from the vantage point of out in the dark woods, like I'm spying on you. And there's all these dark vines and trees and everything. But the pool and the water wheel are like just joy incarnate, all lit up in white and splashing and birds and flowers. And you're in the pool, just, kind of kicking around and floating and having a good time. And at one point you were going, you started to come up on the shore and go into the dark forest. And it's like, no, you got to go back, stay in the pool. Even though you have to work at it and float and all of that, just stay, keep in the swim of things. And because that's where the movement is, that's where the light is, that's where the joy is, that's where the water is. So then I pulled cards for you and I got the peacock. And this relates to whoever was talking about the new wisdom coming in. Inherent wisdom is emerging at this time. Watch it and ready yourself for rebirth. So there's the peacock.
Okay.
And I pulled an angel card and got the Archangel Sandalphon, who said center and ground. And one of the ways to kind of ground yourself is to be in water. And even if you have to take a shower rather than going out into a mill pond or something with a water wheel.
There you go.
It's all movement.
It all works. Those of you on Joan's channel, I'm sorry, we don't have a moderator over there, I don't think. And the questions have been closed for a while. So I just want you to know that. All right. So the next one I got for you is the wound is the place where the light enters. And so I get healing, blessings, and the strength to carry on. So I think that's a very, very important message for you, Hypnicity. And so I've heard this before about the wound, and we're all wounded healers in a lot of ways. But if we look at it, that's where the light can enter us and bring us that enlightenment, then nothing better than that. Thank you so much. Yep. Sea salt baths again, huh? Okay. Good girl.
That sounds beautiful.
Okay. So will Fatima's YouTube channel do good? I'm going to just, as a YouTube channel person, and next month I'll be here 3 years.
Wow.
Just give it time. It gets a little discouraging. And I think Joan can speak to that. She's been around for a while, and it takes a long time, but it's worth it. If that's what you want to do and you feel like you've been called to do it, then you should do it. And so your dog must have seen your other ghost dog. Oh my.
Yeah, I think it's Tommy, the mail carrier.
Oh, it is. Okay. Oh, okay. You're just learning. Yeah, I understand, honey. Yeah. Is that what the name of the channel is? I am just learning. Okay. I love that.
My throat chakra is absolutely lighting up. And that's not just because the YouTube channel is about communication, but it's about your question, will it do good? I mean, there's to be the grammarian. It's going to do well because you want to do it to do good.
Mm-hmm.
You want to do good for other people and for yourself. And as you trust your guidance, it will come through. It'll come through through your throat chakra, and it will do well.
Yep.
Yes, it might take some time, but
no, I never meant it for discouragement. I just want you.
Oh
to
no.
realize. No.
Yeah. No, that's just what I was seeing, that because you're kind of pure of heart in this. And again, what I'm kind of feeling is keep focused on the ultimate goal of helping other people and doing good for other people, and that's going to help it. If you're just kind of like, looking at your numbers, and that's why I don't really care that much if I only have 300 or so followers. Yeah, but I'm hoping I'm doing well.
You are. You are.
Good,
you've got your people.
You've got
your people.
So
right.
Here, let's see.
And Thomas is right. You'll find your audience. Yep. Go ahead, Teri.
Okay. I've seen you hop around a little bit with it. So it might be taking some time to figure out what your channel is and what your message is, how you want to portray yourself and being your authentic self. And like you were both talking about, Joan and Allie, about like what's important to you. And you figure that out with time. You don't figure it out the first
That's right.
6 months or whatever. I mean, it took me a long time, but I do find it to bring you some abundance, some money. They're talking about stop. So stop telling yourself stories, stop talking to yourself, self-talk like, oh God, I didn't do that very well or this very well. And don't think that you're any less than anybody else. Because there's numbers don't really matter, but have a little party with it. So give yourself a little party every day and just go on and have fun.
That's the key. I think it's that you want to do it and that, you'll feel good when you're doing it and you'll know right then. Joan, did you have something else?
I forgot to
Oh,
talk about the card I pulled, which was victory, raise your
oh,
vibration. So as long as you keep that
beautiful.
vibe high, I
Yeah,
think victory is a pretty good indication.
it
Yeah.
is. And I
Money,
like
money,
the name.
money.
I like the name. So I pulled a card that says, if light is in your heart, you will find your way home, and your home will be your channel. Use your intuition and be your own teacher. And I love that because you said that you are still learning, and that's what your title of your channel is. Wow. So I'd say that's a pretty good indication. Yes, Nancy, you're right. Joan is really a fantastic reader. Absolutely.
Thank you,
Yep.
Nancy.
Yep. All right. Thank you, Fatima. Good luck to you, my dear. Give me a call if you want to come on and introduce your channel anytime. Okay. So we have I Am Not John. Should I start a YouTube channel? Well, John, if you're asking the question, I think you might want to do it.
John, I'm getting a big, huge yes.
Oh,
So I I think definitely. I mean, I think everybody should if they want to,
yeah.
because there's so much room for so many people
Right.
here, and you have so much to offer. I'm not John, so I get that it would be something that would be um, welcomed, and a different. Everybody has a different slant on everything, right? We're all
Mm-hmm.
individuals, so
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you'll find your people.
Mm-hmm. You will.
We are your people.
Yeah.
That's right. That's
And
right.
I saw you standing on the bank of, I don't know if it was the same mill pond that Hypnisty was swimming around in, but it was kind of that same sort of dark background. And then there was the pond that was in the light, and you were just putting your toe in. Like, find a way to kind of test it out. Maybe you could be on someone else's channel and see what that's like, or just start in a small way. You might want to start with some recorded things rather than live things, just to kind of
Mm-hmm.
work out the bugs or something like that. But then I asked through the pendulum, and what I also felt was, if your heart's in it, my heart chakra little really lit up, and I think your
Mm-hmm.
heart is in doing this, but you're feeling a
Wow.
little tentative about it. But I didn't see you diving in. I saw you putting your toe in, and you need to kind of take it a little bit slow, test it out first.
Yeah. Wow. So I pulled a card. Open your hands if you want to be held. Reach out and let yourself receive. So I think that's a pretty good indication. You know, I don't know what your interests are, but I will tell you that there's more than enough room here for people to join this community and do very really well. I think, you know. So good luck to you. I am not John. Yeah. All right. We have Miss Tiffany. Will I ever meet Alex? We are friends in long distance. Will we ever meet face to face? Oh boy, I got mixed messages. Go ahead.
I got the feeling that you might travel somewhere together. I got a
Oh,
picture of like a cartoon airplane going over
mm-hmm.
land, and then it put a hook down and just like whoop, like sometimes rescue ships or planes do that, and hooked you up, and then you were up in the cockpit too. So you were traveling together. So maybe, but it might be like, oh, let's rather than like you might plan a trip together to not his place or your place, but you might meet somewhere else traveling together.
Hmm. Okay.
Um, Tiffany, I am getting that travel bug too with you, that meeting someplace in the middle. So, um, like, I'm also seeing a beach involved in that. So I don't know if there's a beach in the middle or a lake. Um, oh, wow, true love. So
wow.
you can't make that up.
Right.
So it looks really good. And that's both of you flying too, isn't it?
Mhm.
So yeah, both of you flying to meet each other.
Okay. So I see things are sprouting up in your relationship, and it looks like you are a magnet for each other, which is wonderful. The only thing I'm concerned about is the word ghost. I don't want him to ghost you. But then I thought maybe it means Halloween. I don't
Ooh.
know. I don't know. But just beware. Hopefully the word is vetted. You have vetted this person, because I know that there are people out there that pretend to be who they are and they're not. But I will tell you that in 2000, I met my own husband on um, a book site, and sight unseen, we met each other in El Paso, and we've been together ever since. And so good things can happen, and if it's meant to be, then it will happen. So there you go. All right.
And was El Paso either of your homes, or was that like a neutral
I
third
was in
place?
Houston, and he was in Arizona at my brother's house. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's kind of what we were thinking about. Yeah.
Yep. Yep. So yeah, meeting up sort of in the middle. Yeah. All right. So thank you, dear. Good luck to you. I hope it works out for you. All right. So Dusty Rose said, a week ago, after finishing members' prayer list, my Alexa setting on the bottom shelf behind me landed on the carpet with a very loud thud. Can you see who or what was that all about? Oh, you do. Okay. Oh, he lives in the UK. Okay. And you live in Oregon. Okay. Good luck, Tiffany.
Dusty Rose, do you have a female on the other side of the veil, and she's reaching out to you? I don't know if it's a mom or grandma. It feels like if she was your mom or your grandmother, it's like a very close sisterly relationship. Um, but um, but she's pushing things off, and she's pushing you ahead too. Not only is she pushing things off the shelf, but she's coming in behind your heart chakra with kind of a pink quartz, and pushing you forward, wanting you to know your self worth and how important you are.
I got a card that said "Step into Empowerment,"
Ooh.
and that's the Archangel Michael.
Mhm.
So what does that have to do with this here? Because when I tuned in, I got the word expression, and my throat chakra lit up. And then what was it? Then it was, then I saw the pink rose, forgetting about your name, and the word precious, that you're her precious, and she wants to express that to you. And maybe the Archangel Michael. Okay, tell me, what's that? Bringing love and protection. So yeah, just wanted to be, the first word through was expression. Like, just I want to be known. I want to let you know that I'm here, that I love you, I'm looking after you, protecting you, and you'll always be my precious little rose.
Aww.
And a pink
That's so
rose.
sweet. And a pink rose.
Again.
Thank you, Tiffany, for the donation. That's so nice of you. I get balance. They're wanting to remind you. You said you were working on a prayer list and you were doing a bunch of things. I think they just want to make sure that you also include yourself in there. And if you haven't, it isn't, like you want to overtake anything else, or maybe you don't have a personal thing going on in your life, but they're wanting to remind you that balance is necessary, and always to pray for that which you need as just as much as anybody else needs. They want you to balance it out. That's what I get, honey. Yeah. Okay, you're welcome, Dusty. All right, so we have Edna May. That was my aunt's name, exactly the same, Edna May. And my mother never had a middle name, but my aunt did. So um, her brother passed 2 years ago, and his name was Kenneth. If you girls can reach him, that would be awesome. Wait, I can't hear you.
There you go. Sorry. I didn't want
Okay.
everyone to hear my shuffling. I tuned in and right away I saw a feather floating down. And I looked at it and said, I'm not quite sure what it was, but it kind of looks like an Oriole. And I pulled a card, Oriole, that said, a new creative venture is on the horizon. See it as a positive change. So
Wow.
something creative is coming to you and it's floating down and Kenneth is behind it. Let's see, Kenneth, is there anything else? They're reminding me that he is reminding me that Orioles like to eat oranges and grape jelly. So there's the sweetness component to it too. Like, I don't know if he liked if he had a sweet tooth, but he is sending sweetness to you too.
Wow.
That's so sweet. So he's showing me lightning that he's bringing into you, Edna May. And then I'm hearing that song, and I think, Joan, you were singing that song earlier. Oh, run fast for your mother, fast for your father and your sister and your brother. I think it's Florence and the Machine, but something about keeping the family all together and circled.
Oh.
And also that there's movement with that, and there's a chain and something about the chain gang. So I don't know if that's your business and keeping you busy, but also to have fun with it and to enjoy it. Also, yeah, Tyler's saying hi. The yard guys are saying hi. I'm sorry, everybody. I apologize. But and it looks like a gold chain. So I don't know if you have something of his, but he's talking about it. He's mentioning it.
It's awesome. All right, I have my cards for you, but I want to welcome you. Hi, it's Alicia. Empathy, peace, love for all, love, peace for all. We're glad you found us, and welcome to the show. He loved jelly, and I would make it for him. Oh,
Thank you for validating that. That means a lot.
Yeah. Oh, that's good, honey. What have I got here? I've got perception. And I think, Edna, that he's saying, oh my goodness, Edna, my perception of things that were real after people die was totally different than what I thought. And it's kind of awesome over here. So I'm getting that he's, really enjoying, even though I'm sure he misses you, he's enjoying his journey. And he says, I can still do all the things I used to do with hospitality. And he says, I can have a glass of wine or whatever. And so I just get that he's so happy that you asked about him today and you wanted to hear from him. Wow, that's awesome. Oh, you're keeping the siblings together. That's wonderful, dear. That's wonderful. All right, you get down. It's not time to eat dinner yet, so just hang on. My dogs and their stomachs, I tell you. All right, so we have Jane Lammeyer, and she'd like to know if we can either hear from her standard poodle Moon, who was 10 when she had to you had to put your baby down. Yeah. Or your brother Phil, who died in 10/20, both of them from cancer. All right, Jane, we'll see what we can do, honey.
Jane, they're together. Yeah, Moon is there with Phil, and he's showing me a ball. They're playing in a field. But gosh, my crown chakra, it's beautiful. Um, um, and there's just joy and love. But he was there when Moon walked out of her body. So, and he's saying there is no pain. Um, he wants you to wait, but he can't wait to have you over here and play with them because the beauty of it all is just amazing.
I'm wondering if Phil liked to play golf or something, because I saw him standing there with a flag, like kind of like it looked like the flag that you'd take out of a golf hole, except the flag was bigger. So I'm not sure if what other type of flag that would be. Either golf or like at high school football when they have the chain gang go out there with I think at least back when I used to watch high school football many years ago, they'd go out and I think there are flags on the end of that. You can tell I'm not much of a sports fan, but there's something about Phil with the
Love it. The
flag.
chain gang. I know they had chains between the different, when they would move.
Yeah, yeah. The guys would
Yeah.
go out there and they'd have
Uh-huh.
flags and
Yeah.
chains between them to measure things.
Sure.
So he was there and he was with Moon, and I got the feeling that Moon was very at peace and happy, and they're playing together and everything. But I also got the feeling that Moon was, yes, as smart as all poodles are, but kind of didn't know that he or she was. Moon could go out and play like a Labrador or something like that too. Yes, very smart, very intelligent, but could just go out there and not be sort of like the show dog all the time. Could just go out and really play really hard as just with all the other mutts and everything like that. It's like he or she was just up for everything, for anything. So, and it's still kind of that way on the other side when it's like time to sit down and pose and look beautiful. Very, very, very intelligent dog and can do that and like sort of charm you with how elegant uh, he looks, but then also it's like, give me the ball and let's go. And I can be out in the creek and be full of mud and play with the rest of them. Kind of like the perfect date, like you can take him anywhere. And they'll be appropriate no matter if you're going to meet the president or going to the football game with the chain gang or something like that.
Love
I
that.
really
chain
liked
gang.
meeting both of them.
Oh my God. Yes. I can just see all the football players chained to each other as they're walking out onto the field. Oh God, that's funny. All right. So I get the feeling that you may have had some fear around, and it's understandable, fear around the deaths, that you want to know that they're both fine. But that's not a problem because help was on the way for both of them. When they got there, they were both welcomed, and the hand went out. And I have the feeling, like Teri said too, that Phil was there to pick Moon up and take up the gauntlet with Moon. And anytime that you want to reach them, it says to go within, think about them, and know that they will be there, even if you can't physically see them. They will be there, just like Carol and Booker saw Teri's little dogs behind her that have passed already. They do. They hang around. I still think my Bella is hanging around. There are things that happen that remind me of her. And so there you go. Yeah. Thank you, dear. Yep. Hi, Mimi Nee. I'm so sorry. We are almost done. We've got 2 more questions, and because we've been on for about an hour. So maybe next time. We are always here on Thursdays. We come in at 2:30 Pacific, which is 5:30 Eastern time, and we're on for about an hour. And you're welcome to come and ask questions. All right. So Coyote Rosenbaum, can I get a message from my cousin Frank, or Frankie? She passed March 1st, 2005. All right.
Coyote, um, she's talking about leaving early. And it might have felt to you like it was early and everybody around, but this was her soul contract, and she doesn't want you to worry about that. She's also saying that some people might have thought that she was in pain or that things hurt, but she was out of her body for most of that, and walking out. Um, she says something about a car. So I don't know if there was a car related or an automobile. But she says it was fast, no pain, and something about something that you're working on, and she wants you to keep on it. She says you just have to keep going. You've got this. Keep on it. You are amazing. So if there's a project that you're working on right now, she is like she's showing me all this fruit and everything in abundance all around your crown chakra. So really beautiful and healing.
Oh.
So she's sending you lots of healing. Um, and and this is what happens when she left. It was just I think I don't know if her mom was there or your grandma, but somebody was there. And there's that crown chakra that they're touching.
Wow. Thank you.
This one, it was more symbolic or a little less specific than I would have liked it to be. But when I tuned in, I was seeing a Greek vase. They're kind of brownish, reddish brown, and kind of black and white figures on it. And the figures came to life, and she was one of them. And she's over there with some soulmate of hers, and they're very much in love. And so she's really happy over there. But the whole scene, it's like the vase unfurled, and now it's like this big scroll, and everything is kind of drawing itself out. And so she and this soulmate are on the banks of this, probably the Nile, or no, this is Greece, not Egypt, but whatever, on the Aegean or whatever,
It's
on the
all Greek to
Mediterranean.
me.
It's all Greek to me. And there's like there's this body of water and there's mist over it. It's not that far to the other side, but they're kind of saying they're watching over you through the mist of time and all of that. But then the person next to her changed to you, and for some reason I knew this. This wasn't the soulmate on the other side. She was referencing you as being in this soul group, and you had this golden band around your head. It's not like a crown, it's sort of just like a golden, it was real gold, and just a fabric headband. And so, Frankie, tell me about this. And it's just like she's just emphasizing that you're part of the same soul family, and that it's going to be just beautiful when you're over here, no hurry, and all of that. But I'm sorry it's not more specific, but I did draw some cards and got the Loon card, which says, pay attention to your dream time, messages and guidance are drifting in. And then I got the Archangel Uriel, who's saying success through action. So she's saying both take action and go to sleep. And kind of getting it on both ends there. Is there anything else? Yeah, and the emphasis is on the taking action, diving in through the fog, diving in. And
so I got something funny. I don't know if she was close to your age or that you maybe grew up together and enjoyed time together, but she's saying, I remember all the drama, when we're teenage girls, and everything's a big problem. It's just my lipstick isn't the right color, or something like that. But she says, and I'm also enjoying the drama down there on Earth. Oh my goodness, who would have thought? And then I see the same thing with puppet. There's puppets here. So I don't know, was she an actress, or did she do some kind of creative pursuit? I don't know if that's what that is or not. But she says, I may be invisible, but you can see me if you really want to see me. And so I'm here with you. I just, but I just may be invisible to you at this point. So thank you so much, Coyote. Edna Mae wanted to say chain gang with her reading, maybe because she's a jail nurse. That just blew me away.
Oh,
Wow,
okay.
anyway.
Yes. I wanted you to see that. Definitely wanted you to see
Thank
that.
you.
Okay. So Carolyn is traveling tomorrow. She goes back home from Quebec, but will be trying to locate an old English graveyard where my great grandmother Annie Clark Gray is buried. Needle in a haystack. Any help from above? All right. I'll let you ladies. I don't think I have anything for that, so I'll let you work on that. I wonder if you could go to the town library. Do you know what town it's in? That might help. They might have burial records there.
Caroline, I think I've read for you on this in a private reading, and I think I'm bringing up what I'd forgotten, but I brought up then. I see you driving down a road, and there's a graveyard. It's not by a church. It's just like on a country road off to the side. Maybe there was a church there before, and I think it is marked off by an old fence, and it's there. So, okay, we know it's there, but is Carolyn going to be able to find it by tomorrow?
Yep, cemetery offices
Yes.
do.
Yeah. My sources say yes, as the Magic 8 Ball used to say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they're showing me you dropping a coin or a pendulum or crystal, and you'll be able to find it on a. I don't know if you have a map of the graveyard of the cemetery, but something about it'll blow with the wind and you'll find it. So and they're also showing me a group of your family. They're helping with that. So I don't know if they're buried there or not. It doesn't matter, but they're kind of in a group and leading you there. So I think if you just close your eyes for a minute and flip a coin or something, but they're going to be helping you with it.
Yeah. Yeah. And Carolyn, yes, cemetery offices will have a list, and you can always ask your angels for directions. Tell them, I need directions. I got to find, or ask your grandmother. Say, look at you. I know you want me to find you. Yeah, that's very true.
Oh, and you weren't going to read this one, but so I'm going to just jump in. I did draw a card and got the Ace of Cups and got the idea that love will lead you there. It'll be a new beginning, and it might open up a whole new hierarchy of people to find. It might open up new things for you, but love will lead you there.
Yeah. Wow. Lots of great messages here today. Some new folks joining us. Thank you all for being here today. These lovely ladies also have channels, Wisdom Seeker Joan and Teri Renner at Holding Your Space. Please make sure to check out their channels as well and like and subscribe. We appreciate all of you. Thank you to my moderators. Thank you to the donations. I mean, we just love you guys. We love you and we thank you and look forward to being with you on Thursdays. So have a beautiful day. Thank you, Joan. Thank you, Teri. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Allie.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.